Hi, my name is Tonya Skinner, and I'm a high school business teacher at Jackson High School in Jackson, Missouri. I'm actually a business teacher, but I teach a lot of computer classes, mostly design courses like Photoshop and web design and multimedia. I wanted to talk about a project that's one of my favorites in my Photoshop class. And when you teach in a computer lab, a lot of times it's difficult to get students to work together. Cooperative learning activities are a little bit hard to come by when they're in a lab. Students tend to get kind of stuck in their own little worlds. So I came up with a project after watching an episode of Celebrity Apprentice back in 2015, I believe, last year. And they had an episode about King's Hawaiian rolls, and they had to create a hashtag and an ad campaign. And I thought, well, that's like a halfway decent real-world experience for Photoshop. So I came up with this idea and then decided to try to find a way to incorporate group work into it. And so we are a Google Apps for Education school, so we use Google. And I had students to get into groups and choose a group member, and they had to learn how to share the document, a slide presentation, to each member of their group. And so then they chose a product as a group and had to locate logos for that product. Each student had to contribute to the slideshow, and it would put their name and the source of where they found that image. And then they had their conversations through here, so they didn't have to get up and necessarily leave their computers to do so. And then each of them had to come up with a way to creatively Photoshop their product into something, and then add a hashtag and a tagline, as we called it. These are just some examples of some that I really enjoyed from my class this semester. We had a group that did Krispy Kreme and a group that did the cuties that students like to sometimes eat. And I thought these were some pretty neat projects that they came up with. So this is one of my favorite digital assignments in this class. The students respond to it pretty well, especially because we don't have the opportunity for group work in a very easy way in a computer class. This is a project, and projects in my class make up 50% of their class grade. So this group project was worth a big chunk of points for the actual class. But I really like how it worked out. And in the end, the students presented them as a group using their collaborative slideshow. So everybody put their designs on there. They gave each other feedback using the comments section on here. And then they got to go through and vote, and you can see these comments out to the side, which one they believed in their group would be the best option if they were making a decision for real. So in the Celebrity Apprentice episode, it was neat because they gave their ad campaign to the actual King's Hawaiian Rolls people in that particular one. And then after that, not long after that, King's Hawaiian started an internet campaign on Twitter called hashtag Stash the Rolls. So we really got to incorporate a lot of cool business stuff that sometimes is hard to do in computer classes. Since I'm a business teacher, I really liked that I was able to incorporate a little bit of social media and recognition of how pictures can become viral images and how hashtags can be attached to images to make them shareable. So it was a pretty cool lesson. Students responded to it very well, and I thought this lesson was a good example for one that we made it count at Jackson High School.